Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Homomachina. This is session 19, Triage. We hope you enjoy.
We started the last session in a ventilation shaft in a Persona Craft showroom with this person that I don't think Cerveau or Fang knew, but Lucas recognized, named Bing, I think, who was sort of doing the villainy, slow clap, taunting type of behavior. And we made our way out of the ventilation shaft. And we actually made our way into the garage where our vehicles were, the bike and the cannonball. And we get in sort of a sneaking slash shootout within the garage there, where Lucas and Fang made it to the cannonball and got in. And Cerveau did something reckless and something he would soon come to regret and go for the bike that he rented. And it started off smoothly. We both made it up to the top of the parking deck, back up to surface level. And then on our way out, we ran into another goon and a drone, I think. And as we were trying to escape, I think we at least all got shot at. I think some of us took hits, and Server took a hit that downed him and knocked him off the bike. So then Lucas pulled a hairpin turn. Fang sort of hung out the side, like Old West style, and grabbed Cerveau and stabilized him. And then we were able to make it away from there. We ended up going to the coordinates that Graves had given once to dispose of a body, and that Cerveau had previously been to and met this Doc Ice character. We ended up going there. But on the way there, Lucas realized that there was a bomb planted on his car. And so we sort of hung out under an overpass for a while. We debated the best way to deal with that. And Lucas decided the best way would be to take it back to the Nomad camp in Jim Bob's. And I guess he seemed most equipped to deal with it. So Fang and Cerveau went on to the hideout coordinates. And Lucas went back to the Nomad camp. In the hideout coordinates, we ended up meeting Doc Ice again, as well as Graves's new / old family. His revitalized wife and daughter. And I believe it's Eloise and Lily. Are those their names? Yeah. And then we more or less passed out there because we were in pretty rough shape. Lucas continued on to the Nomad camp, met with Jim Bob's. It was a very tense couple of minutes while Jim Bob's fiddled with the bomb, but he was able to get it off the vehicle, disarm it, and things were more or less safe. But it seemed that they were trying to get Lucas to go back to the camp, and that way it would explode within the Nomad camp because there was enough of a slack on the timer. And then Lucas had a conversation with Mags where he revealed to her what Persona Craft is doing, and also revealed to her what he learned about his own true nature and how it relates to that. And it got a little bit tense. I don't know how much Max actually believed everything that was going on. I feel like there was a little bit of belief in there, but it's a lot to take in at one time. And I believe that's where we called it. Oh, and Molly also messaged Cerveau and said we need to talk.
Yeah, so perfect. So yes, you all ended up back at the safe house. You all have taken a rest there. It is now September 3rd, and it's very chilly down here, like you're in a refrigerator. So you all have blankets that you're able to grasp and make sure that are very tightly around you, snug if you wish. But who wakes up first? Who would be the early riser?
I think Lucas would want to wake up early just because would hope to catch Graves if he's in, and family things are going on later in the day. So I think you like to wake up earlier.
Okay, so we'll start with you. As you wake up, you do hear Graves, Ice, and Eloise talking in hushed whispers near the doorway.
Can he just go and stand in the doorway, like making himself known, not trying to like eavesdrop, just there if they, give him attention.
Yeah. So you were able to start heading their way. Graves seems fine. He's holding his side like it's a tender spot, and he's got soot all over him. It looks like he just got in. So it took him a while, but for the most part, he does seem okay. As you're waking up and like going to them, they are talking. It's not like they're trying to hide something. It's more so like they're just trying to be quiet in order not to wake anyone up. But you do catch the conversation of what happened last night, and that Graves gave his profile to Persona Craft as payment.
Okay. And I guess just real fast, what are the reactions to that from Ice and Eloise? Maybe they don't, I don't know.
Eloise, roll me a human perception for both. So first we'll do Eloise, and then we'll do Ice.
H. First one is 13, and then 7.
Okay, so you will get more from Eloise. Eloise, as Graves says that he gave his profile for their S-types, Eloise doesn't seem shocked. Like maybe she already has heard some of that.
And then Ice, if she has much of a response.
Ice is just bobbing her head to music that's not there. Nothing really seems to rattle her at all. So she's just like,
Gotcha. Then just walk up. Take a quick look at everyone, but going over to Graves, just thank you for last night. Got really sketchy.
Yeah. And anytime. Are you all right?
I think Cervo's the worst off, but I think he'll be fine after a little bit. How are you? I mean, you don't look 100%.
Well, I didn't expect to have to be dealing with that, but
Right, yeah. Look, I'm sorry for, I don't know, getting you involved with everything. I already know what they did for you, giving your family back and turning around and fighting them. Just thank you, and I'm sorry that you got involved.
well, you're my friend. I'm gonna help any way I can. He wouldn't have been able to live with himself if he hadn't have gone.
I appreciate you being there. I hope you know I'd be there for you if you need something as well.
Always. I did manage to take one out. Made sure no one was on our tail, so you should all be good to go. No one tracked me here. We've been up all evening, so.
Were you able to stay at a distance? Like, did anyone happen to see you?
I don't think so. I can usually hit a target from 500 yards, so hopefully it stays that way.
I know you can. I just want to be sure, and just kind of does like a little motion, just a head nod to Eloise. Hopefully subtle enough that she doesn't notice it, but
He knows how to cover his trail for the most part.
that coming from Ice?
That's coming from Eloise. Ice is still just bobbing, like, just watching. Like,
Okay.
you can tell, like, very animatedly. Head whipping one way, head whipping the other way. Like, just taking everything in.
Then after that, I think he'll just, I don't know, if there's a table or something, just go sit at the table. Lucas will just walk by Graves and just put his hand on his shoulder, give him another nod, and then just go sit down and just wait for everyone else.
I don't really have any breakfast, but I can try to make you some if you'd like. I mean, I'm not the best cook. I mean, you see what I have on my table, so probably have some kibble in a can if you want some.
I think I'm good. I tend to skip breakfast, so I think I'm all right. I won't speak for the others, but I'm good.
Eloise will look at you. Do not eat her cooking, but I can make a pot of coffee if you want any.
That would be wonderful, yeah.
And she will walk off, and as you make your way to the table, you do see Lily cuddled up in all of these blankets, just still on that couch, like just snoozing. Nothing has woken her up yet. And with that, who wakes up next?
I don't think Cerveau would be an early riser in his condition.
Yeah, I'd say her eyes will flutter open. And she'll maybe be a bit disoriented, not really know where she's at for a second. And maybe like shoot up and then wince because she has like bullet holes in her shoulders. And I think she'll like all of the events will come back to her as she sits there, and she looks around and she sees them by the doorway and Lucas at the table.
Yeah, so you would see them by the doorway. So you see Ice and Graves. Eloise has made her way to, it's like a little kitchenette. It's like a very tiny little studio in here. She's got a pot of coffee brewing currently. It's almost done. Lucas is at the table.
Okay. So I think she would get up and just kind of, if she makes eye contact with Graves, she'll nod as like a hey, hi, how are you type of thing. And then just make her way to the table, sit down next to Lucas. You okay?
I'm not terrible. How do you feel?
I've definitely been better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Hopefully this is the last of the excitement for at least a couple days.
I hope so. I don't know that I could take any more. But yeah, I'm glad that Cerveau is here.
It was close. It was close.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a morbid thought, but it's to your credit. I mean, he might not be here if you weren't there, so.
Well, it's like I've been saying, I gotta keep you two gonks alive.
And you do a good job at that, so.
Try. So, I assume everything went well, since well, I don't know. Did it?
It went better than expected. I mean, it didn't go as expected at all. I thought that Mags knew about everything with me, but she had no idea.
Wow. Yeah, I kind of thought she would too, but...
So I'm not sure. I've had a lot of ideas after finding that out. I mean, Mags is a good liar, but I don't think she was lying there. I think she was being genuine, so... If not her, I don't know who else would want another me here. So I don't know exactly who would do it. Psychovas were my first guess. I don't know why. I don't know.
How?
I don't know. Mags had always told us that, like, the reason that we had this feud was that they had stolen something from the family. And what if it was Mags's real son and just put me there instead? Just to maybe she won't notice. I'm not sure.
But
That's my one thought. I don't know what else makes sense. I mean, shit, that one hardly makes sense to me, but
yeah, I don't know much about nomad dynamics. It just seems odd that they would take you and send over. What happened to the original?
I have no idea. See, even when we were at last night, the guy there, Bing and the other one were making comments that I heard about, like, he said that one of Mags was here, and over the radio, Bing had asked the one we encountered behind the car, like, scar, no scar. They have some background knowledge. I don't know how deep it goes, but they know something when trying to figure out who was actually here. There.
Well, I guess that implies that the other Lucas is alive.
That's what it sounds like.
And not with the Sokovas.
I don't know. Mag's not knowing, obviously, news to me, so I don't know if I'm just going crazy and making something up that doesn't exist or what, but
Yeah, I imagine it's not easy to go through all of this. But
I don't know. I'll follow up with Mag sometime. She seemed a little shell-shocked. As
yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And at this time, Eloise will bring over 2 cups of coffee, put them in front of you, and go over to Cerveau and gently tap you, almost like to make sure you're alive.
Very low, under the breath, kind of moaning. And I guess I would slowly come to then.
You want coffee this morning?
I'll take whatever you got this morning.
And she just gives you a little nod and then makes her way over to the coffee counter that she has. And as you all are now awake, you do hear Ellie Minope over the news talking about how there was a warehouse fire in Little Europe last night. Assailants are unknown, but it seems to be arson. Personacraft has delayed their new production for the time being. Seems that they were too quick to speak about releasing a new product.
What was that last part?
Seems they were too quick to speak about releasing a new product. As they have delayed production after last night. These are 2 separate news entries, so the news does not lump them together.
Oh, okay.
But suspicious.
Suspicious.
Did we know what they did announce? Did they?
Roll me a concentration check.
Okay. Concentration. 12.
With a 12, you know there was talk of like a new line of models, but you haven't really looked into what Persona Craft has been trying to release. But you get the sense that last night was kind of like a showcase to the very powerful of a new product that would be coming out.
Well, if they don't know who did what, then yeah, looks like Graves made it out fine, and hopefully we'll be able to go on with our lives without having any blowback from this.
Who knows? I mean, they did see our faces. And, I mean, they were putting hits out on settling the score. So, we may not be out of the woods yet.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, we can hope. But she takes a huge gulp of coffee.
And at this time, Eloise does bring you a cup of coffee, Cerveau.
I thank her and just sort of sit in silence for a bit. Just sort of taking it all in.
Rox will look at Cerveau, kind of like a bit more like studying his body to make sure that he's okay. And she'll look at you. Are you feeling good? Do you need anything?
I feel about like I probably look, but I feel, so that's good. That's a positive.
That is a positive. Well, if something opens up and you're bleeding, just let me know.
I appreciate it. You've done more than enough already. I just need a few days or weeks or forever. Get back on my feet. I'm glad they called it a fire, you know. Valley says that it's true, so that freaking bike that I somehow thought was irreplaceable.
Yeah, leave
Hopefully
the
they
bike
can
next
replace
time.
it. Yeah, that was a stupid bike anyway. It's kind of ugly. It was a rental. I didn't like the color. I don't know what I was thinking.
How much are you gonna have to pay for not returning it now?
You know, I don't really know, but I'm hoping it's 0.
Roll a concentration check.
Oh, okay. Crit success. 24.
With a 24, you may have skimmed through it, but you're very good at taking in detail and reading comprehension. Your contract, when you rented the bike, did say if you mishandle it or wreck it, you pay for the half of the retail price of the vehicle, so 10,000 eddies.
You know, there may have been something in, I don't know, whoever reads those things, you just sort of sigh. They're all full of legalese and stuff anyway. Maybe in the neighborhood of like 10K or something, but you know, there was a bad fire last night, so I don't know. I guess I should
Shit.
just be thankful I'm here.
Perhaps you can spin it as it was an accident and you couldn't do anything about it.
One of those is true. It's gonna get them to believe it. I don't
good
know.
luck.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I don't know. I'm maybe I should just be thankful I'm here, but don't really want to break the bank. We'll see. I don't know how much time I have anyway to get over there and try to persuade them. Maybe if I walk in looking like this, they'll believe the fire story.
Do you need a burn to add to that? I can make it real realistic.
I don't think I'm that desperate. I do believe you 110% though.
I got a burner.
That's an odd flex, but that's cool. Save it for... What do you have a burner for? Aren't you Doc Ice?
Just because I'm cool doesn't mean I need to bring the heat every once in a while.
Okay, I get it. No, we'll save the burns. Hopefully they don't see the bullet holes. Because, you know.
That wouldn't look good on you, would it?
Nope.
But we can burn those too?
I don't think anything needs to be burned right now. I feel like things are good, unburned as they are.
Well, you're no fun.
Anybody else want something burned on your body or face?
As tempting as that is, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, maybe next time. I can't think of anything right now. So, but I mean, I'll let you know in case.
The market has spoken, Doc. It's not in demand. So, but I guess we'll let you know.
Well, if you need somebody to get you a burn, you know who to go. And she's just bobbing her head to music that is not there. And at this time, Lily will wake up and like you see this groggy little 5-year-old that gets off of the couch and immediately makes her way to Graves. And Graves just picks her up and holds her in one arm. Well, you don't have a tail. At least you shouldn't. Tried to make sure of that. But PersonaCraft did not call any other reinforcements. They're probably trying to keep this quiet. So if they do know your faces, they may try to send hits.
If they do, what do you think? Would it be sooner rather than later? Or are they just trying to keep a low profile for a little bit, just in case?
They'll probably try to keep a low profile for a while. They already had to delay a production according to the news. At least that's what they're telling everybody. So if they get caught up in hits at the moment, wouldn't look good for a corp, I would assume.
Yeah, I'm hoping they get bigger fish than us. I mean, I know we just sort of ruffle their feathers a bit, but we're not the only ones going after them.
Well, if you've pushed their production back, you've messed with their money, so they've got to fix that first, right?
I hope it takes them a long time.
Probably good for all parties to have a low profile for a bit then. Yeah.
No argument here.
I did wonder, as we were leaving, and he's saying this so Graves can also hear it if he's still here. Did either of you happen to hear something talking to us as we were leaving? It was like, I guess real quick, above table, it was like the voice that was talking to us was like a robotic. Like as if it was the server room itself, almost, right?
It was very robotic, and it said,
"Congratulations, you three. Did not expect this from you, and I will not underestimate you next time."
And that's what Lucas would share on what was said and how it sounded.
Did we hear that?
You all did not, because you all entered or exited the room at different times, and the last person in the room was Lucas.
So it's not that it wasn't audible to everyone. We just weren't within range.
You weren't in the room.
That's true. That no, I didn't hear anything like that. Did we hear Bing taunting in the garage there?
In the garage.
Was he like standing behind the car?
Rox, roll me a concentration check to see if you remember. You definitely would have seen him, but the thing is, would you have heard him?
It's a crit fail. 5.
No, you wouldn't have heard him. And then with Cerveau, you were heading towards the bike, and you failed your perception checks to see him.
Fair.
Okay.
Well, then as we were leaving, it was something that wasn't human talking to us. It didn't sound like either of the souls in the room with us either. So
Did I ever play? No, I never gave everyone the brain dance I got from Rose, right?
You did not.
But it had a robotic sounding voice on it, didn't it?
It did.
Well, I will advise you against the content of it, but the BD that Rose Red sent me when everything happened, it had some sort of non-human robotic-y voice on it as well. I mean, you could check it out and see if they sound similar. But it's graphic.
yeah. I mean, just to know, that might be worth it. Just to know
I
if
don't
there's
think
a
I'd
connection.
have. Sorry. I was gonna say I don't think I'd have it on me though. I probably left it in my apartment.
That's fine. I think we'll have a bit of time, especially if we're playing it low for a little bit. But I think that'd be good, just to know if it was the same voice, if there might be a connection. I mean, there probably, from what we know, I would feel confident there is a connection. But
I mean, PC seems to have their paws and, or more like their tendrils and everything. So yeah, I bet there is. I'm gonna need some time to just sort of recuperate. Hopefully that's okay. And I don't want to overstay my welcome here. Can I do anything for anyone? I feel like I've been on the receiving end a lot before I make myself scarce.
Lucas just looks at rocks, back at Cerveau. For me, just get better.
Yeah. Again, let me know if something breaks or what have you.
I appreciate it. And I'll look up to Graves as well. Is he still standing around?
Yeah, he's still in here.
I'll just be like, appreciate the help.
Anytime, and if you all need to stay here any longer, you're more than welcome to. I don't think Ice will have any problems. No, I like the company. You know, not many people visit me unless, you know, I'm here to chop up your body.
I feel like I'm a few shallow breaths away from being on that table, so maybe.
Well, I can give you a good exit.
I don't think I'm quite ready to exit yet.
Well, just to keep that in mind, if you need crematory services, I can offer that for you for free.
Burning again. Okay. You have a type.
Hot.
And I'll try to slowly make my way up from this couch thing I'm sitting on, I think. And then down the rest of my coffee and start walking towards the exit.
Okay, and you're able to make your way towards the exit. What is Lucas doing?
I think since Lily, you said the daughter's name was, right? Yeah. Since Lily is awake now as well, I think Lucas will follow, making his exit, but I'm giving Graves another nod and for a thank you as he's walking out.
Okay. And as you're walking out, Eloise will look at you. We were serious if you want to join us for dinner one night.
That would be nice. Maybe soon. A few things I want to do, but soon. Thank you.
You're very welcome. If you need anything, our family will take care of you.
I appreciate that. Vice versa. I'll be there.
They give you a soft smile as you're able to leave. And what is Rox doing?
She'll stand up and to follow suit, and as she passes Graves, just thank you. Again, you really saved us out there.
Anytime.
And you have a beautiful family.
He'll look at Lily, look at Eloise, look at Lily, and even look at Ice. I do.
Yeah. And then she'll walk out.
Okay.
And exit.
And you all are able to exit. And as you all exit and kind of head your separate ways, you all do get a text message from Score in your group chat. Are you all right? Saw that there was a fire near Little Europe near the warehouses. Are you alive?
I'll reply, yes. Been in better shape.
Lucas will follow that up. Was able to destroy a few servers, but most of the room is still intact.
Yeah. Rox will say, alive. Could be better, but tried our best.
Well, however you did it, it appears that their production has been pushed back of the made models. So you've at least made a dent in something. Glad you're all right. I will send over payment this week for what you've done. Please take it easy. Please rest. If there's anything we can do for you, please let us know, but otherwise we will contact you later.
Big old thumbs up.
Nova.
Probably wouldn't say anything.
And with that, you all have a week of rest. You all are extremely hurt, and you will heal 5 HP every day you take a low activity day. You may heal faster if you have a speed heal once per day. You can only use one per day. And that is a body plus a will added to your HP. With being hurt, if you do a side hustle, you will not get any rest for the week. Just keep that in mind. But you will have a week of things you can do for your personal agendas, your personal threads. Cerveau.
Just technically speaking, 7 days.
7 days, yes.
Okay.
So the end of your week will be September 10th.
And you heal 5 a day, is that right?
Heal
Or your
5 a
body
day.
every day?
Yep. And all of you have a 5 body.
Okay.
Or at least you did, unless something changed.
I mean, I'll take a 5 body.
Hey.
Hey.
But with that, we will follow Cerveau. Cerveau, how do you wish to spend today, or are you just resting for this evening?
Day one is just resting. So I'd go back to my apartment in Pacifica. The safest way, probably metro, I guess. I'm not in any real hurry. I'm just trying to get there.
Okay. You are able to make it to your apartment with no issues. Maddox is at the house. And as you walk in, his eyes go wide.
Morning, kid. How's it going?
You don't look good at all.
Yeah, occupational hazard. I mean, normally I would say, like, my pride's the only thing hurt, but I don't think that's true this time.
Is this from net running?
Not technically. No. This may have not happened had I been a little better at net running, so I don't mean to scare you off or anything. It's just, mistakes were made. You know what they say?
Well, it looks like this was a bad mistake. I don't really want to lose you too.
No, I'll be fine. I just need a little bed rest.
R&R.
I'm sorry. It's just force of habit.
You have nothing to apologize for. Did you at least make them pay any at all?
Yeah, they look pretty rough right now. They're licking their wounds same as I am.
Then I think that that's a battle won.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
Is there anything I can do for you? I can make myself scarce if you need me to, or I can go down to the Chew station and get you something down there. Or what was that ramen place you mentioned? Nude Awakening? Do you want me to go pick you something up?
That's across town. Unless you mind snoring, then you're good.
I don't mind snoring.
Yeah, make yourself at home. I will be the one being scarce.
A lady with no pupils came by yesterday.
Oh yeah, I gotta message her. She's okay. Did she say anything?
She saw me and said cute and then left.
I mean, she's mostly harmless.
Well, she looked at me like I was a dog or something, like a pet, like one of those bio companions, and just like said I was cute and then left. So I was very concerned. She didn't say anything else, so I've just kind of been holed up in here.
Yeah, she's a net runner too. Actually, you'll probably notice a bit of a pattern. Sometimes we're lacking in the social skills area. It's sort of it's just a consequence of specializing in the net space. So, I mean, she means well.
Okay, so she's like not gonna eat me or kill me or...
I've never seen her eat someone. I'm not sure if she's killed someone or not.
Okay.
I'm just messing. She's good. Don't worry about her. Maybe she'll teach a thing or two. I mean, I show up looking like this. This is more of a cautionary tale. She might actually know some positives.
Okay, I will ask Nick. I don't want there to be a next time, but I will ask.
Maybe a next time. I mean, we're sort of... There's a history there.
Are you turning or blushing at all? Turning red or blushing at all with that?
I don't know if it'd be blushing, but there'd definitely be some sort of like visual indication that it's a complicated past.
That's your type?
What's wrong with that type?
Nothing. Thank you for letting me stay here. And he will just go sit at the computer and start looking things up.
Yeah, just keep the judgment on that side of the room, and I'm going to be over here.
Well, don't snore too loud.
Just kind of grunt, and then I will when I sit down in the bed there, I am going to message Molly though, and just say, "Are you free sometime tomorrow?"
Yes.
Anytime work best?
You tell me.
Nude Awakening? Question mark.
And she'll take a page from your book and give you a thumbs up.
Noon? Question mark.
Gives you another thumbs up.
Okay, I'll see you then.
She does not respond.
That's fine, and then I'll rest.
Okay. With that, we're going to go to Lucas. What is Lucas doing?
If they're all walking out together, as they're walking out, he would lag a little bit so Rox can catch up. Rox, before we go do our own things for a bit, do you happen to have any of those, what'd you call them, the speed heal things that you make? Those things?
No, I use them all. I can make more.
Could you, for me?
Yeah.
I just had something that I might want to do that I think those would be good for.
Yeah, sure.
Like I need them. It's not for other people.
Yeah. When do you need them by?
You just let me know when they're done.
Okay. I will. Gotta get some things in order first, but I will let you know.
Just don't take it easy. So if it takes a little while, that is okay. I'm on no timetable, so.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let you know when they're ready. And take it easy too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Just walk over to the cannonball and go.
Alrighty. And where are you going?
Let's see. The family stuff was tonight, right? I think he'll just go home and take it easy for the day. If he can try and repair body armor, if that's considered a light enough task to get done for the day.
Go ahead and roll me a basic tech. And as you get home, it is like a ghost town. No one is really here.
I think then he's surprised. I figured people wouldn't be moving out till later. Because it was late at night, right? It was like, what was the time? I don't know.
Yeah, it probably would have been around like 2:00. But it seems like they have already left to prepare.
Okay. Yeah, then he'll repair the body armor. Let's see, it was basic tech. 9.
That's what you needed to repair it.
Cool. Is Dom here or is he gone too?
If you go to the garage, Dom is here. Dom did not go. And you will notice that Jim Bob's car is here too. So those two are here. As well as some of the other, like the kids are here. There are a few other merchants, older people are here. But the main group of the Grimms have gone.
I think he'll walk in and just shout Dom's name, see if he's around, if you can find him.
Yeah, what you need?
How are things? I'm surprised that you didn't go with everyone else to wherever exactly.
Well, they're probably going to come back with some bad cars, and, I need to be alive to fix that.
Well, that's a fair point. I was hoping you could do something for me before you get the big work rush later tonight.
Oh, yeah. What do you need?
Well,
You did not mess up the cannonball, did you?
I did not. I did not. You can trust me. It's fine.
okay.
But I want to make it a little better, so then hopefully nothing happens to it in the future. I want to give it some of the things that Lass had on it, if we can.
All right.
Give it its namesake back. I don't know if you still have the combat plow around.
Yeah, I took it off whenever you picked it up, and I can put it back on.
I think that'd be nice.
Who are you running into?
Well, I don't have anyone planned yet, but this will let me plan to do that, so whoever gets in the way, I guess.
Well, more and more like your brother every day.
Yeah. Do you have any NAS as well?
I think I got one laying around here. A lot of them took most of my stuff, but I think I can find that for you.
If I can have those two things put in, I think
Yeah.
that'd be sweet. Dom, you're the best.
I know. It'll take me a little while, but I'll probably have it ready by tomorrow.
All right. You want me to bring her in here, or do you just want the keys now?
You look like shit. You can hand me the keys.
All right, I'll toss them over. All right, thanks. If you need me for anything, I'll be at home.
Yeah, rust up a bit.
A little bit, but I think we'll survive. I think we'll recover.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, can't lose you too, you know.
No, hopefully that'll be a while. Do you know much? I know I asked you before, but do you know much more about what they're doing? I know bits and pieces. I was hoping to catch Mags before they left, but evidently they're gone.
Yeah, they left pretty early this morning to get everything set up. Apparently, this is the biggest biotechnica supply that they're doing. And of course, if you mess with that corpse money, you must have a person doing the carrying and the smuggling. And we're hoping to get biotechnica onto Zai's too. And I know it's in the northwest corner of the Badlands. It's not all I got, but they have a big convoy coming through. I don't know what it is they're carrying.
Okay. Any ideas on how Mags plan to dispatch these convoys? I have a couple ideas, but
Yeah, Jim Bob's working pretty much nonstop.
yep, classic. All right.
Said they're all gonna be the mailman today.
Oh, I'm sure the eyes won't like that, but that's fine with me.
Yeah, that's fine. Hopefully she blows up a couple.
She'll be effective. She always is.
That woman's scary.
Yeah. You don't have to. I was raised by that one. I know most of us kind of were, but in the same house, yeah.
I don't envy you.
No, it's fine. We got there. Yeah, we're doing fine.
Well, you and Laz grew up fine, so I guess you did something right.
It worked out. All right. Thank you, Dom. Just let me know, like I said, you need anything or when it's done.
I sure will. I'll give you a look at the dates when I'm done.
Nova. And then walk out and just... Oh, I guess you will message Mags, just if you have any updates throughout the day. Love to hear them.
Will do. We're in position now.
I think you would leave that one and just spend the day at home, not doing much.
Alrighty. And as that day progresses, I'm assuming you're probably with that rest, kind of groggy a little bit. Around 3 o'clock in the morning, you hear the rumble of a bunch of engines. and you notice you got a text message from Mags. They didn't show up.
When was that message sent?
Probably about 2 o'clock in the morning.
And I assume Mags makes it back home after everyone's rolled in.
Yeah, so you hear that rumble of the cars. People kind of park in the center of the Grimm's organization, the town. And you hear a bunch of frustrated groans, and it's like a lot of them feel like they wasted their day. And Mags does hop out of her vehicle, completely unscathed.
They didn't show, so everyone's fine.
They didn't show. Everyone's fine. No one showed. But Trevor gave me that information, so I don't think he'd lie.
Have you had any contact with Trevor since then?
No.
What I was part of the previous night was something with Persona Craft. That wouldn't have anything to do with it, would it?
I don't know anything of Persona Craft, really. The only thing I know is what you told me last night. Roll me a concentration check, please.
Oh. 12.
You know Persona Craft and Biotechnica are in bed together.
I might have. I wonder if the Zais were the one who backed off, or if... I don't know. But nothing from Trevor since then.
No.
I mean, how often do you communicate with him?
Not too terribly much. I usually get a letter every 2 weeks or so.
Due for the next one.
Due for the next one this Wednesday.
Well, I figure if... It couldn't have been because they knew you were coming. Surely. If the Zais knew, even if they no longer had the delivery, I'm sure they would have done something. At least attempted something.
That's my thoughts too. I don't know, it's weird. This is the first time that Trevor hasn't given good information, so a little worried there.
This one might not be him. Maybe it was a yes for them to make this delivery until it was a no.
We can hope.
But it's at least nice that everyone's back. And no drama tonight. Except for the
No.
things that didn't happen.
Yeah, except for the things that didn't happen. We'll be prepared for whenever they do decide to move. Just hopefully we get the details beforehand.
Yeah. Anything else for tonight? Are we good?
Oh, I think we're good. You go rest up. I'll handle things out here.
Yeah, he'll go back inside. Spend the rest of the night.
Got it. And now we're gonna pan over to Rocks. What are you doing?
So leaving the safe house, she'll make her way to the metro and head towards Inferno's apartment.
You're able to get to Inferno's apartment with no issues.
And I imagine she probably would have left the key under the mat. So she'll take a deep breath, pull the key out, and open the door, walk in.
Okay. And you're able to walk in. It's exactly how you left it. No one is here.
I think with that, she'll kind of have a sigh of relief and make her way over to the table where she left Jax and just maybe sit there for a while, just looking at the urn, I guess, and just kind of think about, how close she was to being with him again. But then she'll just make her way over to the couch, lay down, and just rest. She's not feeling too hot, so.
Alrighty. And with that, you all are able to spend your day. You do get 5 points back towards your HP. And we're going to start with Cerveau.
So I wake up and I'm a little bit, I'm still not doing great, but somewhat rested. Is Maddox around? Mads?
Mads is around. He has kind of made himself small on a little cot and is asleep.
Okay. I'm just going to message Molly then and just say, sorry for the last minute change of plans. Can we do this evening instead of noon?
Sure, what time?
8? Dinner?
Dinner sounds good.
Cool. Thanks.
She didn't respond.
That's cool. She got the message. And then I would, and I'll use my terminal in my room if I need to find, but I would like to enter therapy.
Okay, you are able to find a clinic pretty easily. They're all over the place to start therapy. And how we'll do this is you will be able to spend your nights doing whatever you wish, since that's what we did the week prior. So this is 1,000 eddies if you want 4d6s, 500 if you want 2d6s, and at the end of the week we'll roll to see how much you get.
I'll go ahead and pay the 1,000 now.
Okay, go ahead and pay the 1,000 now, and with that you do spend your entire day in therapy, and it is now around 7:30, 7:15, 7:30.
Okay, feeling like warmed over shit and fresh out of therapy, I will head to the ramen shop to meet my ex-girlfriend.
You're heading to the coffee shop and ramen shop to meet with your ex mainline. As you make your way there, nothing stops you. You are able to make it to Nude Awakening, and you do see Molly already seated, and she has actually ordered your food for you as she got there first.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Do you not like this anymore?
No, I'm sure I do. I don't know. How are you? And I sit down.
She did order what you used to get. So roll me a human perception, please.
Yeah, and for context, my comment was more so like you showed up at dinner and everyone's already seated with food in front of them and looking at you. I feel like I'm late. Human perception, you said?
Mm-hmm. With a 21, Molly is a very confident woman, but you get the sense that that comment slightly embarrassed her, like she shouldn't have done it. And now she's kind of questioning if that was the right choice to do. But as you look at Molly, she looks haggard. Dark circles under her eyes. You still can't see the pupils, of course, but very pale. Paler than she normally is, but in her normal pigtails, black goth attire. But she looks dead inside, I think is the best way to put it.
So as I sit down, I will... I hope you don't mind if I just dig in. It's been a long past couple of days. And hey, you remembered my favorite.
She gives a little nod. No, go ahead and eat. That's what we're here for, mostly, right?
I mean, look, I understand the irony of me saying this right now, but you look like you've been through it recently.
Yeah, you look almost as bad as I do, probably. Maybe even worse.
Quite a pair, huh?
You went up against PC, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm too tired for the sarcasm. I did some dumb stuff. And I'm really lucky to be sitting here right now with you.
Does this change your idea at all? You about didn't make it out of this one.
How pig-headed would I sound to say it only changes my methods?
Very.
What's been troubling you?
Persona Craft has connections beyond the Black Wall, Cerveau.
You know, like, it's shocking to hear, but I tell you, these people are in everything. And I know I asked about this Maya Sinclair character last time, and it didn't seem related, but, you know, corporate runner for Persona Craft, and now you're telling me, what do they want back there? They got the whole thing going on out on this side of the wall where they're, you know, making all these people, bots? I don't even know what you call them. I mean, I guess they're people. They act like you and me.
Remind me, have you told Molly this? I don't think you have.
I don't think I have either. But I'm so exhausted right now. I'm talking like there's no more pretense anymore.
Hold on. What are you going on about?
How much do you know about the business they're in? I'm sorry, I just sort of spouted. This is like common tableside chatter with the people I hang out with these days.
You know what? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I don't deal with corpos or corpse the way you do. I don't know a whole lot about it. I know that they make these little butlers that you can get for your house.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the public facing part. They make the butlers, but they make things that look like you and me. They make things, and I don't know if I should call them things. It feels dehumanizing, and they seem really human. I'm a little confused about everything that's going on. I've met people that were made by Persona Craft, and you wouldn't know otherwise. I'm not even sure. I might be one of these people. I don't know. I don't know how you tell.
TLDR, they're making humans?
Yeah, I could have shortened it to that, yeah.
How? And you think you may be one?
I honestly just don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's very, you know, Rhodes, the new mayor, right? I'm sure you heard of him, right?
Uh-huh.
Remember his opponent, the Baxter character?
I guess I didn't really keep up with it.
Well, he pulled out of the election, and now Maximilian Baxter's still walking around the streets of Night City, but I saw Maximilian Baxter dead on a coroner's table.
You really have gotten yourself into it. Well, how do you tell if someone's real, someone's fake, or natural human versus made human?
Yeah, I don't want to get too into the semantics of it. I don't know if real's the best word. I haven't decided myself yet or not. But replacement is a word we've sort of been toying with a bit. Because
Well,
generally they're people who existed before. I guess they're modeled after other people.
oh, okay. Well, how do you tell someone's a replacement then?
I don't know of a great way. So there's a job we did where we found what looked like a body that was manufactured for this, like an empty husk more or less, but I mean human to the naked eye. And deep under the skin, I found a place to jack in. So it's not really practical. You can't just like walk around and cut people's necks open or anything. And I'm trying to scan a few folks that I suspected might be one of these bodies, but it's like the psyche, the mind is very real. The body is manufactured. But then there's parts of me think that the whole like personality, how do you know it's not toyed with in some way?
And you know Molly well enough that you can tell she's scanning you over and over and over and over.
You want to check my neck? I haven't checked myself.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I mean, this is the most holes I've had in me in a while. You might be able to tell with the naked eye.
Oh, buddy.
I don't know. I guess the point's not so much of like who might be a Persona Craft creation, but they're doing it, and they seem to have their hands in everything. They're in bed with Biotechnica. They've got Rhodes by the short and curlies. He's all theirs. He'll do whatever they say because they like his daughter was murdered. And they brought her back. As far as he's concerned.
Oh, buddy. Oh, Chum. Okay. Well, you know you can find articles online talking about extending immortality and maybe if they're constructing personalities, as you say, and they can tweak it. What if they're just trying to make a copy of someone so that way that you get to keep on living in some way? The rich and famous would definitely pay for that.
I mean, I'm sure they're making a killing on this. You should have seen other jobs we've been at. You should have seen some of the clientele around there. I mean, they're the who's who. People I don't even know, but they dress like they've got a lot of money. And it's like invitation only kind of stuff. So, they're catering to the upper echelons.
But as many articles as I've read on that, it doesn't seem like they're trying to make copies of themselves. It sounds like they're playing off of people's fantasies, people's grief.
Bingo. I think it's that. I mean, it's regret, it's grief. People feel responsible for something bad that happened to someone they knew, and they bring them back. But I don't want to get too metaphysical on you or anything, and I haven't figured this out either. But is it the same consciousness? Like if they made a Cerveau copy, which I don't know why anyone would want two of me, but if they made a Cerveau copy, and then someone like shot me in the head, would I be aware of in the copy body? I don't think so. I think it's like copying a file. The data might be the same, but it's not the original.
And if you copy a file, the data is only the same as long as it is not touched. But if you're having experiences and things like that, then that adds to the file. So
yeah, so that means from the people perspective, they're only the same the instant they're copied. At that point, experience changes, person changes. But they get to choose what goes in at that point, too. At least I think. I don't know exactly how it works. But I guess what I mean is they seem... So I've met a couple people who are manufactured by PC, and they seem to act like who they're told they are. And I don't know how they're told who they are, but like, there's a guy we have sort of secondhand worked with a little bit, I guess. Lost his family in some way. And they replaced them. They're back.
I can understand why he would want that.
I'm of a couple different viewpoints about it. Haven't made up my mind yet. Certainly would be positives. I feel like I'd always think about it, though.
No, you're right. It doesn't feel right to do, but I can understand why somebody would be tempted.
I think it would feel good in the moment, certainly. Which is a lot of what this whole town's about, right? Feeling good in the moment.
Welcome
Screw the
to Night
future.
City.
Yeah, fits right in, huh? But I'm not convinced that they're just in the market to help people get over their regrets or their grief or missing people. They're not fucking altruist here. Like they're up to some other stuff with this kind of technology.
Well, you said that their candidate is Isaiah Rhodes, and their other candidate, the person that was going against them, was Maximilian Baxter. Who's Maximilian Baxter's candidate? As in, like, who is he the candidate for?
Like, why did they replace him?
No, as in, like, you told me Isaiah is with Persona Craft. They have him by the short and curlies. Who had Maximilian Baxter by the short and curlies?
Militech. You know, I don't think so. Like, they're in bed with Biotechnica. I don't think they get along with Militech very well.
So you're getting between two corps.
I don't think I've gotten that far yet. I mean, I've done some stupid shit, but in my defense, we have not messed with Militech, and we didn't do anything to Baxter. No, we didn't. I had to think for a second, make sure we didn't.
No, but if you were...
I mean, if anything, fucking with Persona Craft, Militech would at least appreciate that. They're not going to roll out the carpet for us and pay us or anything, but I don't think we'd be pissing them off.
No, but what if you're getting in between? We just got out of a war with Militech and Arasaka, and you want to go back into something with Militech and Persona Craft, and you want to be in the middle?
What if we could stop it?
Like what? Johnny Silverhand and blow up 750,000 people and make a Corpo Center just as nothing but this giant heap of the science terms that go behind that?
Okay, there's a lot of middle ground between what we're doing right now and nuking the center city.
Well, of course, that's the extreme version of it, but what if you are getting between two corps that are going to start a war with each other? Have you thought of that?
I mean, what if we don't? What if we just sort of sit by knowing what we know now? And you'll never know if the person you're talking to was born or manufactured. You'll never know if they're... You'll never know anything. Now that you know, don't you have to know more? Don't you feel that way sometimes?
Not with corpse. And while this conversation's happening, we're going to pan over to Lucas. What you doing?
I think we'll find Bob's. Just for a quick second. Just walk in with the bomb that was attached to the cannonball in hand. Morning, Bob's.
Hey, Tomb, you coming in here to give me that bomb now? You to change your mind? It's mine?
Well, I do intend to give it to you, but I intend to be handed it back
Oh, no.
after a little bit.
All right, well, what you need with it, since I can't have it?
No, you can't have it.
You can't have
I'm wondering. All right, we're going to let that one slide. Bob's. I was hoping that if it was possible, instead of this going off on a timer, that I can set it off remotely from my agent or something else, and even attach something to it so I can track it. I just want to know it reaches its destination before I... Fireworks.
Ooh, you delivering packages again?
Just this one, for now.
Been a while since you did that. Yeah, no, I can get... I think I got a tracker around here somewhere. And yeah, you're gonna have to let me hold it in order to fix it to where it's remote and not timer based.
Yeah, and he'll gently, carefully hand it over.
I ain't gonna fuck it up, I promise. And I'm gonna need your agent too in order to connect these two.
I'll give him his work agent.
Alrighty, give me a couple hours. Actually, I've been pretty tired. Give me today, and I can probably have this set up for you tomorrow.
Okay. Just be careful. Yeah?
I won't fuck it up, I promise. Well, I'll try not to fuck it up, I promise.
You turned it off once. I don't want you just to be fucking with something, and then you get it.
No, I get it. This one about fucked me over last time. I don't want that blowing up here. That way, we don't want to give what's his face what he asked for, right? No, I'll be careful. Go ahead and roll me a
we don't
D10.
want it blowing up here, but we don't want it blowing up at you. Just a D10?
Yep, just a D10.
Okay, 9.
Okay, 9 plus a 14 for him gives him a 23. So yeah, he immediately goes to work, and seems to know what he's doing with it after he's already seen it once and had that scare the night before, or the 2 nights before. He goes to work. I can do it. Don't worry about me. This is gonna be fun.
And I mean, Lucas was gonna walk out, but with him saying that, I think he's just gonna wait by the door a second, just to be sure.
And as you wait by the door, he's just having fun. He starts humming to himself and he starts connecting these wires.
Shit, okay. And just walk out.
And you are able to walk out. Is there anywhere else you would like to go today? As this will probably take him all day.
Not until we get the car back, but anything with that we can do tomorrow anyway, too, so.
And with it being the next day, you do get a call from Dom saying the car or the cannonball is ready.
Cool. Just go pick it up. Give Dom a thanks. Where would... I don't know, would Lucas know where to actually go and get a DNA test? And would that count? Is that easy enough to do? Like, it's not like it would still be a rest day getting that done?
Yeah. So the main thing that shows, or that you kind of think of with DNA test, is actually going to NCPD.
Okay.
Because NCPD is connected to LabCorp. Like, they're right next to each other. So most precincts have one. So you would just need to show up to one of the precincts and go to that section of the precinct.
Okay, we'll do that. But I don't know. Just in case. We'll do the same thing we've kind of done with some of the other events. Like, we'll go short hair. Skin tone becomes a little bit lighter as well. I don't know. Might be unnecessary to do all this, but just in case.
Okay. And as you do that with your tech hair and your tech or Kim skin, do you want to tell us what the cannonball looks like now as you've gotten the modifications added to it?
Okay. The cannonball now, has, it's really not like a plow in the front, but it's like oh, I guess I don't know the exact name of it. It's like the metal grate in front that like some trucks nowadays will have. So yeah, I don't know the exact name for those, but basically that in front, the grill maybe. And then now on the back, where if there was a trunk, where the trunk would be, there's 2 cylinders just attached, right on the back there. They're like halfway exposed, so like half of it is kind of inside the car, and the other half is just little bumps on or along the back.
Okay, so you are able to, with your new ride, head over to the precinct. There are a lot of precincts in Night City. Is there a specific one you wanted to go to, or do you want to just go to the closest one?
Yeah, just whatever's closest.
Okay, so you do find one close to Santo Domingo. As you come in through that area, they don't put a precinct in Pacifica, so you do have to drive through Pacifica. They don't want to go there, but you are able to make your way to Santo Domingo. And you find the NCPD station. It's pretty busy with a bunch of badges and uniforms as you head in. And the floors are very well polished for it being NCPD in Night City. But you see some badges, uniforms are taking people in handcuffs. You hear some screaming. You hear like a couple gunshots go off somewhere. And it's okay, this is normal. And you are able to make your way into the LabCorp entrance.
Just make it in, go into if there's a desk or something out front. Just walking up, knocking on just 2 taps with knuckles on the counter. Hi, I don't know, is now a good time? DNA test, is that possible?
And as you make your way up there, it is a little busy in here. You hear people fussing and fighting over who's the baby daddy. Are we related? Things of that nature. Lots of fussing over that. But you make your way up to the counter and you see she looks like she is just out of the academy, like maybe 18. And she just gives you this wide-eyed look behind her glasses as you ask for the DNA test. Yeah, I can do that for you. What do you need DNA for? Are we here for a paternity test, or are we here for something else?
Is now a bad time? Are you okay?
No, I'm perfectly. Today's my first day, and it's been a little wild. So, what can I do for you?
All right, you can Choom. It's all right. You'll be okay.
Okay, you're not gonna yell at me.
No.
Okay. And you see her relax a little bit.
No, unless you give me a reason to. No, I'm just looking for... I'm kidding. Darling, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Just DNA test. It's not paternity. It's just for me, I guess.
Okay. Well, usually we have to link it to someone or something, or things of that nature. So what exactly do you want us to do with the DNA? Like, what results do you want me to pick up?
I'm gonna be honest, I've never done something like this before. If there's any relation to a Mags Grimm or Jesse Doyle.
Okay.
I think those are the 2 things I'm looking for.
Mags Grimm or Jesse Doyle. So what I can do, we usually don't do ancestry-based data here, but you've been really nice. So what I can do is I can run it through our system to see if we get any hits. And this is going to be a little strange. Can you open your mouth, please? And she will get out this cotton swab container from her desk, and she opens the packaging. It's like one of these long Q-tip things, and she will just very gently swab the inside of your mouth, both sides, and then she takes it back and she puts the swab and places it in a test tube contraction near her desk. And you hear doo-doo-doo-doo-doo as it just starts doing this stuff on her computer, and she sits there. It takes about 5 minutes. as it says loading on her screen. Roll me a d10.
9 again.
Okay. As you are waiting those 5 minutes, with a 9, there was a 20% chance that JD would be here. And he rolled a 9 too. He walks over to you. New look, aren't you?
Yeah, just low profile for a little bit. You know, stuff with red and everything, just low profile. It's probably good.
Makes sense, makes sense. Well, if there's anything I can help you here with today, just let me know. She'll take good care of you. Thanks.
She's doing great so far, so.
And at this time, ding. Okay, I got your results. And she looks up at JD, looks at you, looks down. And she just starts slowly sinking in her seat. Well, see,
If you can print it out, I'll just take a physical copy. That's fine.
okay. And she is looking between the two of you. She doesn't say anything, but she will print you off a copy and hand it to you. Do you look at it immediately?
Yeah, like just a quick glance, like not studying it, but just looking at it to see if, just not the explanation, just of what the results are, and then moving on.
Okay, your results. 49.5% Mags Grim. 49.0% Archer Doyle. 99.2% JD.
Sorry, what was the other percentage breakdown? It was 49.
Yep, 49% Archer Doyle. 99.2% Jesse Doyle.
49.2. Okay.
99.2.
99.2.
And then there's a bunch of numbers that pop up that show half sibling, half sibling, half sibling, half sibling, half sibling, half sibling, paternal side.
Okay. I think you'd look at it and then just look up at Jesse and just give just like a little like follow me just off to the side so we're not in front of, don't even know her name. As we're walking away, just give her just a little wave, little nod, just thank you.
And she looks wide-eyed as she's just staring at you and JD like back and forth, back and forth.
And we'll just hold them up and then just flip them around. You know, getting this was a good idea. I think you were right about most of my origin.
And Jesse just looks it up and down. Huh. Twins.
It's a lot of siblings. Half siblings?
Told you Archer Doyle was the biggest slut in Night City, didn't I?
Well, that you did, but now there's proof.
But twins.
Is that supposed to be more significant? Like that's not an accident?
I never knew I had a twin, did you?
No. I thought I had one singular brother. He's not mine, and now I find out that I have a lot of other siblings and a twin now. So New boat for both of us.
Well, welcome. I don't even know if welcome to the family is the best thing to say.
Thanks, and he'll put out his hand for a handshake.
And he'll shake yours. So who raised you?
Well, I guess he already showed the paper, so. Maggie Grimm. Out in the Badlands for most of my life. That I remember, at least.
So you got to know Ma.
Yeah. Where'd you start?
Our maid took care of me.
So Archer kept you?
I lived in Archer's household.
And the others? You keep any of them, or I don't know,
No.
sell them off, give them away? I don't know what he's done.
No, I was Archer's only one in the house. I don't even know if he knew how many kids he had.
I'd wager he doesn't. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this.
No. And as he's looking up and down, like, you can tell he looks just like you. Like, down to, like, the scar he had on his wrist. The only difference is a huge scar that runs from his temple down the bridge of his nose.
I'm sorry, this is just... I mean, we know it's really weird. Finding out you have a brother this late into life.
Which is a little surprising because I've done these DNA tests before. Why are you just now popping up?
Well, I haven't really been around then.
Well, I would have tried to say something if I knew I had a twin.
It's fine that you didn't. I don't hold anything against you for it. I didn't know. I don't know either, so if I knew, I could have done the same, but neither of us knew, so that's that.
You want to get a beer or something instead of just standing here? Like you said, this is real weird, and I don't really know what to do.
Yeah, sure. Didn't have much of a plan for today anyway.
All right. Well, I know a place down the road. It's nothing fancy, but all right.
You can do this while you're on duty?
What they don't know will not hurt them.
All right. Fair enough. Good way to live.
And it's pretty close by. He will actually lead you towards a tiny little dive bar down the road, pretty close to the precinct. And you do see some other people actually in here. They're not in uniform, but they're already in here. And with that, we're going to pan over to Rox.
So she wakes up and looks around. Is there any sign that she is not alone?
Inferno does not show up.
Okay. She'll walk over to the table where Jax is and pull out her agent and start looking for studio apartments that were near Whitechapel. see if there's any availability.
Okay, yeah, you're able to find that pretty easily. So studio apartments will cost 1,500 eddies a month in comparison to the 1,100 that a cargo container cost. But yeah, you're able to find a studio apartment for rent pretty easily next to Whitechapel.
Okay. So whatever she needs to do, is it like an instant thing that she can just go there and get it?
They are pretty much trying to sell these apartments pretty quickly. So yeah, we're going to say that you're able to get an apartment in Santo Domingo where Whitechapel used to be. And they have the availability now. So like, yeah, you want to take it? Go ahead. 1,500 eddies a month. Down payment is needed now.
Okay. How much is the down payment?
We're going to just say half up front, and then you pay your next half when your billing cycle takes place.
Okay.
So that would be $750.
Okay. She will pay that deposit. And since she doesn't have any belongings except for her gun and Jack's, before she leaves, can she find a piece of paper and a pen and write on it, "Deets haven't changed"? Just leave it on the table.
Okay. And with putting that on there, what exactly are you hoping he does with those deeds?
Just, it's kind of like I want to talk to you. Like if you want to talk, my deets haven't changed.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you're able to leave that on the table and head to your new apartment.
Okay. So I assume she's got all of her necessities in there, right? And she doesn't have to. Okay.
Yeah, we can say it's a furnished apartment, furnished studio.
Cool. So she'll find like a nice spot, probably maybe keep it on her nightstand next to her bed. She'll put Jack's there. And she'll look around for a second and just kind of, just kind of like a little disbelief of the fact that she's alone again and that she has to kind of start over. And say, well, fresh start. I gotta go out and do some stuff, but I'll be back later. And she will head out of her apartment and go to Purdy's.
Okay. So the metro ride to get there, you're able to get there pretty easily. No one stops you or anything, and you're able to arrive at Purdy's.
And I forgot to mention, but she has her clothes from the event.
Okay.
And she walks in and kind of sheepishly looks at Purdy.
Why are you looking at me like that? You ruined it, didn't you? Yep, you ruined it.
May have gotten shot a few times and bled on it.
And why did you get shot?
That is a long story. So, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I don't know if and she'll lay the clothes out on the counter. I don't know if it's like fixable or you can.
Are you doubting my abilities? Of course I can fix it. It's just a hassle to fix it.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest. Well, okay. I can't say that I wasn't planning on getting shot, but...
Well, then why did you ask for something that has a little bit better armor in it instead of giving me something that I have to fix and bleed on? Do you know how hard blood is to get out of clothing?
I usually wear black because of that. So
and
yeah, I'm sorry.
Rules!
Yeah, see, that's kind of the part that I wasn't sure if you could fix or not. I don't know.
Stop
Like you
doubting
said,
my
it can't-
abilities to fix it.
You can fix it. I don't doubt it now that you're yelling. Yes, I fully believe in your abilities. Do I have to pay a penalty?
No, but you're going to be paying insurance next time you ask for anything of mine.
Okay. You know what? That's a deal. That's a deal.
And I guess to be proper, are you okay?
I am. We're healing. We're getting there. It was a very long night. But yeah, no, I'm doing okay.
Well, at least there's that. Because my garments are not doing okay, but at least you're okay. That's what matters.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Really sorry. But yeah, insurance next time.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be sure to ask for, some sort of armor lining. Because I think I'm going to be shot in the future again.
Alrighty, so your entire crew will from now on have insurance, because if you all are going to get shot at and not go to these pretty little areas and enjoy nights out at the galas and, keep getting shot, at least you're coming back alive and you decide to come back.
I mean, there's a chance that they can avoid being shot better than I can. So, I don't know. Maybe
What?
they don't need to pay the insurance?
Roll me a persuasion.
Where are you? Okay. Ooh, okay. 12?
Well, we will decide when we get there.
Yeah. I don't fault them for my mistakes.
Oh, well, if you got shot, I'm pretty sure they got shot too.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
That means yes.
You take that how you will.
I take it as a yes.
Okay. Okay. Maybe you'll see us soon. I don't know. Do you have any, more casual clothes that I could get? I only have, 2 outfits.
Oh, dearie. Yes, I have some casual outfits that... No. You know what? You can have them. Do not bring them back.
You don't want me to pay for these?
I think you've had a hard day as it is already, and I know my garments sure have, and I don't want those back.
Okay, so I get to keep the bloody garments? Or are you
No, not
keeping-
these. I
Okay.
worked very hard on these.
Okay. You keep the bloody stuff.
Do you even know what brand this is?
A expensive one?
Yes, it is! They bring out this bottle of tequila from underneath their desk. They pour a shot, they take it. Pour another shot, they take it. That way. Take a couple outfits. Do not bring them back!
Okay.
They are not name brand, by the way!
Darn. I really would have loved to have brand name stuff.
But you cannot have it unless you pay for insurance.
Yeah. Okay. Insurance. Well, thank you. I don't want to... What is that phrase that they say? Gift horse in the mouth or mouth horse?
I don't know what a horse is.
I heard about them. I don't know.
Mouth horse, got it.
Mouth horse and the gift. I
don't think I'll be using that one, but I will keep it in mind.
Yeah. I don't know. I think something. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Just whenever someone needs clothing, you send them to Purdy's. Tell them
Will
you
do.
are pretty because of Purdy. I don't know what the slogan is right now. And they do take another shot of tequila as they are looking this dress over.
Well, maybe I don't know. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. Your abilities are beyond compared to anyone else in Night
Yes,
City.
they are.
So you can. Yes. Well, thank you. And I'll get some clothes and I'll be out of your. She's like full metal, right? Does she
They
have
are
hair?
full metal.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, they're full metal. So, like, no hair, gold plated the entire way down. Almost looks like
Okay.
C3PO if they were stylish.
Okay. All right. So she'll just say, "Yeah, I don't want to get in your hair. I'll go get the clothes now."
I don't have any hair.
I didn't I don't know. Grease up your plate?
Please leave. Just go
Okay.
get this stuff and go.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, and she'll get her clothes. Oh, she'll get her clothes. And just before she leaves, just wave at Purdy. Thanks again.
Take care of yourself.
I'll try.
Don't get shot. And enjoy greasing your plates because apparently that's something you do.
Yeah, I do that. And she will walk out. And could she stop by like a store that has the materials that she needs for speed heals on her way back to the apartment?
Yeah, you're able to head to get some speed heal materials. It's 200 for 2 speed heals. So take out however many eddies you need for however many speed heals you want to make. 200 for 2, 400 for 4.
Okay. We're gonna do. Let's do 600.
Okay.
So that's 2 4s. So that I can make 6 speed heals, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So she'll get that and then head back to her apartment and start making those speed heals.
Okay, go ahead and roll me the DV for it.
Okay. Oops.
Or roll a D10 for it.
What is it? Medtech check. Okay, 8. No, that was a crit fail. Okay, that's a 3 for 1.
You waste 200 eddies.
Okay. Okay. 15, which I think beats
Yep.
it.
2
Okay,
speed
so I got
heals.
2. Then last one. Damn it. I got a 12.
Okay, so you are able to make 2 speed heals. You did use your demiplane roll ability. And
Yeah,
then okay.
medical tech is a +8. That's what I did.
Yeah, so you're able to make 2 out of the 6. So 400 eddies do get lost in that process as they fail. 4 of them fail. You do have to trash them, but you do have 2.
Cool.
And with that, we're going to pan over to Cerveau.
It's crazy as hell. That's about where we were in the conversation, I think.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm not like going around. I don't know. I'm not trying to get in their business, but I feel like this is the kind of shit that like runs away from you, and has some real implications for what they could do with this kind of stuff. I mean, they could just make entire armies overnight. I'm not convinced they're not doing that, because there's that stuff on the news about some biotechnica experiments going on.
Biotechnica is running experiments. What kind of experiments?
So we've heard on the news about stuff going on in the combat zone, right?
There was talk about combat drugs, but there was no tie to biotechnica.
Oh. Well, maybe I'm making some assumptions here. But there's stuff on the news about combat drugs. And wouldn't that be like the perfect combination? Combat drugs in manufactured soldiers and just set them loose. I mean, you could win any war of attrition.
Okay, and what was Militech's? What was their campaign leader, their politician's goal?
I'm not really one for politics. I'm sure he had one. I'm sure he was lying about whatever it was.
Roll me concentration check.
I know you told us, I just don't remember, so I was trying to roleplay it. Uh, 13.
Militech wanted to militarize Night City.
As in, like, martial law kind of stuff?
Wanted to make an army for Night City.
I'll share that.
And what if they go head to head?
I mean, the whole city could be the battleground.
So what do you want to do here, Cerveau?
Something just doesn't sit right with me about the power that particularly Personacraft wields of that sort of stuff. I mean, they can manufacture personalities and like psyches. And like, how do you know they haven't tampered with, like, you might think, like, say you find out that you are not the original of whatever you thought you are. I haven't figured out the terminology yet. And then so you think, okay, well, I'm just have the same personality as them. Maybe we have the same early life experiences, and then I came into existence at some point. But with Personacraft in the mix, how do you know they didn't tweak it in some way? Why would they need to make a replacement of Baxter when they could just kill him off? What if they tweaked him a bit? What if they turned him into an ally instead of an opponent?
I mean, that's what I would have done, turned him into an ally, if that were the case, but... you also, if you flat out kill a politician, you're gonna have heat on you, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, but I'm sure they can find a way to make it look like a street crime or something.
They could try, but we also need to keep in mind that Personacraft is the smallest out of the corps here.
I mean, they might be small in terms of like employees or revenue, but what they've got hidden, they're a big player.
And what is your plan?
So I'm not trying to like recruit you to take down some big corp or something, but it's just not going to be easy just to act like none of it's happening, or that it doesn't involve me or concern me or my friends or the people I care about. I just can't do nothing. That's about as far as I've gotten with the plan. Not doing nothing. I don't know how you take down a corp. I think, so here's what I got so far. I think just on the surface, a lot of this stuff doesn't sit well with most people. And obviously they're trying to keep it under wraps. I think exposure is probably our biggest weapon.
And how do you plan on exposing?
I don't know yet. I mean, I suspect that a lot of people who are a Persona Craft creation may not know it yet. So maybe if they were to find out in some way, I think some do know. I know some know, but I don't think all of them know. I think that's kind of part of what keeps them, I don't know, compliant. Sort of this illusion that they are exactly who they think they are. They've had their entire past, they've had their entire history, and they're fully control of themselves.
You see her straighten up. Have you scanned me?
I haven't, no.
And if I am a replacement?
As far as I'm concerned, you're Molly.
Then give me a scan.
Are you sure?
You just said if someone's a replacement, to tell the replacements. How are you going to tell a replacement if you don't know they're a replacement?
I mean, that's true, but I'm just talking about you right now. I mean, once you know, you can't unknow. And it doesn't change anything between us. Like, you're still as real as me sitting here talking to me.
Well, Cerveau, if you're going to be telling replacements that they're replacements, this is the kind of conversation you're going to be having.
Yeah, I hadn't done it yet. This is like, I'm just kind of thrown into it here. It's been sitting in the brain. It hasn't been enacted.
Then practice on me.
Okay. And I will run scanner.
Roll interface.
And I guess I'll try to do it a few times until I roll high enough that I'm relatively certain.
Add a +4 to your roll.
In addition to my roll ability?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell yeah, Chum. 18.
With an 18, you do not see anything.
How certain am I, though? Having scanned a lot, does it feel like a good one?
With an 18, it feels like a good one.
Can I try it again?
Yeah?
It's lower, 16.
You don't see anything.
I mean, as far as I can tell, I don't see any of the signs that, again, I've only seen it on... Scanners really only worked on one occasion in the past. But no, it doesn't look like that.
You see her let out a long breath. Okay. Well,
Why are you relieved?
well, you've been talking about how they're made, how their personalities could have been tweaked.
If that's true, if they're doing that, again, I don't have any proof they're doing that, but why wouldn't they be? If they figured out how, I'm sure they'd want to. Anyway, if it's true, wouldn't that be like the best way to fight against it? To know that someone might be in your head trying to influence you? Can't fight what you don't know is there.
Knowledge is a very great power. But if they are replacing people, Cerveau, you need to start looking out for anybody that you know, too. Because if they have seen your face in any way, who's to say that they won't replace me?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. About, not necessarily about just in your situation, but what you could do to sort of ensure someone is who you think they are, and vice versa. I don't think it could be a memory. have an idea though. Is she still like eating, drinking, anything?
She probably would have already eaten all of her food at this point, and is kind of sipping on a coffee.
You want to go for a walk?
Sure.
What do I owe you for the grub, by the way?
Nothing.
It'll even out. And I'll get up and head towards the door.
And she will follow.
And I just want to kind of stroll down the street nonchalantly and look for like some sort of little, I don't know if it's like a touristy looking trinkety, like the big like Don Quixote shops you see in like Japan where it's just full of like gizmos, keychains, all kind of stuff like that.
Okay, you're able to find one pretty easy. It's Night City. They have I Love Night City shirts outside the thing that they're trying to sell.
And I just want to look around and I want to try to find the most, not nice, definitely something cheap, but the most unique, maybe goofiest looking little keychain I can find.
Find a yellow one that is a circle with the googly eyes, and when you squeeze it, its tongue sticks out.
Okay. I want to buy it.
Okay, 2 eddies for this little trinket.
I'm going to buy 2 of them, actually.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to give one to Molly. This might sound dumb. This might be dumb. But keep this on you. I'm going to keep it on me, too. I don't know how Persona Craft goes about replacing people. But, I mean, look, this looks like junk, right? If I tell you a word to remember or a phrase, there's no saying they can't pull that out and put it in whatever. Me too. But maybe they won't think to transfer this goofy little trinket.
Okay.
And then we'll know.
And then we'll know. And at this time, her phone starts buzzing. She picks it up, looks at it. I've got to go to work, but I'll see what I can find.
I mean, like I said earlier, I'm not trying to recruit you or anything. I know what we've been through, but now that you know what they're up to, you may see signs, and I'd appreciate, if you pass any info along that you see that looks out of place or suspicious.
Well, like I said, they're beyond the black wall. I don't know much else at the moment, but I'll keep an eye out.
Take care of yourself.
You too.
Yeah. I appreciate you meeting with me.
She gives you a little nod and then heads out.
And I'll just sort of stroll around for a bit down the sidewalks and stuff. Get some relatively fresh air. Might be fresher than Pacifica.
Definitely fresher than Pacifica. And with that, we're going to pan over to Lucas. JD has led you to this just tiny little dive bar. And he has ordered a whiskey already.
I think we'll match whatever he orders. We'll just go with that for now.
And it's very similar to that go-to whiskey you typically get.
I imagine the first little bit as they're kind of brushing past the awkwardness, hopefully brushing past the awkwardness that is the situation, that just getting past the small talk for a little bit. At a certain point, Lucas will put his hand on the back of his neck, kind of feeling around to where the that Jack was on the one body that we came across. Just kind of hand on the neck, feeling it, and just asking, what can you tell me about Archer? This paper's the first time I've heard that name, so I know nothing about, well, except for what you've told me, of course, but
He was an exec.
Was?
Oh, well, he died last year.
Exec for who?
Biotechnica?
How did he die? What happened to him?
Got drunk, got in a car accident. His little output was in the car with him.
Now, I don't mean to question a man I just learned who existed, but I mean, Jesse, with the city we live in, do you think it's just purely an accident? If he was as active as we know him to be, couldn't he have made enemies? I have no background information. This is just me being paranoid, I guess.
Oh, well, sure. He probably had many enemies. I mean, he wasn't a great man.
Do you know much of his work life?
No, I kind of stayed out of it. He was never really around.
What was he like when he was around?
What's the best way to put it? Absent?
Even when he was around?
Yeah. Like I said, our maid Maria took care of me.
Well, it's good to know I didn't miss out on much then.
Not at all. What's Ma like?
I guess it wouldn't be totally fair to say absent, but she works hard. Really tough. Held her kids to a standard I think I fell short of 98% of the time. My brother, though, half-brother, I guess, he was the favorite. Wasn't even close. Not even a competition. He was the favorite. And he met all those expectations, and she was sure to make that known.
I can imagine that was rough, too.
Yeah. Maybe neither of us missed out on a whole lot. But maybe having someone there is better than not, even if the quality might be poor.
Maybe. I don't know. Archer always told me that, she didn't want me, so...
I would find that hard to believe. If anything, if not anything else, Maggie is very protective. I guess this is a tough way to break it, but I mean, I didn't know this connection of ours between you and I existed. Mags might not know you or others exist.
Well, I would assume if you give birth to 2 kids instead of 1, you would know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. And Lucas just looks off and is just thinking about everything now.
It is what it is, Jim. Our sibling, twin. And he clinks your glass, and he's just like clinking it over and over again, like he doesn't quite know what to say.
One clink is enough, yeah, and he'll just take a drink at the same time.
And he'll shoot it. And if there's nothing else you wish to talk to JD about.
just above table to be sure.
Yes.
JD has never mentioned anything about anything Persona Craft, like with what we know. There's been no relation to anything he said.
No.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Roll me human perception.
Um, 10.
With a 10, he's not very hard to read at the moment. And you get the sense that he's just met a twin. Then he feels like the two of you were separated. And mom wanted you, dad just took what was left.
In my mind, and this is nothing that Lucas would have said, but it's just in my mind thinking about that, because kind of figured that that's where he stood. Yeah, thinking that that's just where he stood, that he just, I mean, he knows about all the other half siblings or direct siblings. And I guess he doesn't exactly know that that Lucas didn't grow up with them as well, but Lucas has only ever mentioned himself and one other that Mags actually took care of, so that Mags only knew about too. That's just, yeah, that's where my mind was, just to explain. But
yeah, because he, just to clarify, he has not gotten notification of, or no, he would have gotten notification from Mags or about Mags, but that was his only connection there. He didn't get a connection to anyone else through Mags. It's all through Archer Doyle.
okay, gotcha.
And he will put his glass down. Well, I need to go head back on some cases, but hopefully we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see each other again.
He gives a little nod, puts some eddies on the counter, covers your tab, and then heads back out.
Just be careful as he's walking out.
Yeah, you too.
I'll probably just hang out at the bar for a little bit longer as well, but head out shortly after.
Alrighty, and with that, we're going to pan over to Rox. Is there any other thing you wanted to do while you're spending your day?
I think the only other thing, she might want to do two things. She wants to send a message to Cerveau. And it'll say, "Hey Chum, can we grab lunch sometime?"
I will. Is this in the evening?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll respond. I'll say, yeah, that sounds great. I'm occupied in the days this week. Is dinner cool instead?
Yeah. Dinner's fine. Just whatever works best for you.
Yeah. It's Tuesday, right? Tomorrow night?
Wednesday night? Okay. Yeah, Nova. Nude Awakening?
I've had a lot of ramen this week. Any other favorites of yours?
I think delis are out of the question.
At least Sanderson's.
What other food is there?
It's Night City. You can imagine anything.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what was that pizza place in Cyberpunk called?
Buck a slice.
Buck a slice.
Buck a slice, yes. Buck a slice?
Always down for that. The price is right in the name.
Dream. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Cool. See you then.
And then she'll send a message to Lucas. I got your speed heals. So whenever you're able to come by.
Nova. Later tonight?
Sure. I got an apartment, and she'll give the address.
Nice. Seems like a big step.
Yeah. It's nerve-wracking, but what else can I do?
It'll be good. Catch up later tonight.
Prime. And then I
Thanks.
guess she'll... Oh, sorry.
Just thanks.
She won't respond. But I guess then she'll just wait for Lucas.
Lucas, is there anywhere else you wanted to go today?
It was a busy day. Was also gonna stop at Purdy's, but I can also do that a different day. But so we can just go straight to Rox's.
Okay. So you're able to arrive at Rox's new apartment to the address. A little place in Santo Domingo, close to where Whitechapel was.
Just walking over, looking at his agent the whole time. Maybe walking past the door, but then walking back just to be sure he's getting the address right. But then knocking.
She'll just yell, "It's open."
And walks in.
Hey.
And he's just, hey. And just looking around. This is nice.
Yeah, it's not much, but it works. You know, works for us.
It works. It's something.
Something.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah. And she'll walk over to the kitchen table where she has the speed heals and hold them out to you.
Thank you. I know this reach in and take one. Does this? I don't know how you do it. Does this cost anything?
No.
Human perception.
I guess
Uh,
persuasion.
Persuasion, okay. Where are you? 13.
Damn. Okay. With the hand that has the speed heal, Rox, I will believe you. But if I find out you're lying, I'm
What are
paying
you
you
gonna
double what
do?
it costs. I'll pay
Oh,
you
yeah?
double what it costs.
Well, I hope you never find out. I mean, as med techs, you know, we have connections, so maybe there's a big speed heal lab that we all have access to.
You know, maybe. You're right. I don't know shit about shit, but I'm just saying, you're lying. The longer it takes me to find out, the worse it's gonna be.
Well, I can assure you that I'm not.
Okay. I'll just squint his eyes. Just, okay. He believes it, but just barely.
What are you planning to do?
That bomb, that was on my car.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it. A bit of the same strategy as what Bing used. I don't plan on getting caught. I don't plan on being seen, but just in case.
She pauses for a moment. I get it. I just... Yeah. Well, if you need backup, another...
I would never say no to your company. Is that all you were going to say? Looked like you had a thought, and you decided not to.
No thoughts. Just... No. If you... Yeah, if you need I can be there. Extra gun. Patch you up. If somehow you blow yourself up on the way.
I guess maybe I don't have a great track record with explosives, since last time almost turned out bad too. But
Yeah, and this one looks... It looked pretty big.
yeah, that's what Bob's was saying. This ain't a cheapie.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd never say no to your company, but as long as you were feeling well enough for it, in case things go sour, I don't want to put you where you shouldn't be, or it's dangerous when you don't need to be.
I don't mind helping. I don't really care about the danger.
And he'll put the speed heal in his pocket. And probably if there's a counter or something, just walk over and lean on that, or lean on the wall. Rox, how are you doing? Getting a place like this is a big step. After everything we've been through, everything you've been through recently. It's been a lot.
She looks at the floor, maybe like fidgeting with her hands. I'm doing... I don't know. I need to find who killed Jax. And I don't really care if I die along the way. And I can understand wanting that revenge, which is why I don't mind helping you either.
I think when Rox says the "I don't mind dying along the way" part, that hits Lucas like right in the chest, and it's not like a big reaction, but you can see that he just like falls back just a little bit. You feel that strongly? I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just being sure.
I mean, he was pretty much all I had. And I am angry. Because they took the last thing that I had. She wipes a couple tears. And I just... I want them to pay for it. Jax deserves that. Deserves more than that.
You know, for knowing you as long as I have, there's been a lot of good qualities, a lot of consistency. One of those things is that when you want something, you're going to get it done. And I know this will happen for you, for Jax. Just be careful on your way there, please.
She'll look at you for a moment. If it gives you peace of mind, I will.
Having you safe, having you breathing, will always give me peace of mind. And I don't, selfishly, but I'm sure I speak for anyone else that you've ever interacted with in your life. I want you to stay around.
Well, I mean, the plan isn't to die. If that helps.
I figured that wasn't in the plan, but apathy towards that outcome can be a slope.
Who knows, maybe I just need some more time to sit with it, but right now that's just the way I feel.
And I hear you. Grief is hard. Losing people you care about, not easy.
Yeah. I've had to go through it twice. I'm tired of going through it. And I don't want to go through it again.
Yeah. I don't either.
So, that's why, if you need help, I'll help.
And Lucas will stand up from leaning on the wall and just slowly walk over, and if she's okay with it, just bring her into a hug.
She'll hesitate for a second, but then she'll hug back.
Then after a second or two, breaking it, just hands on her shoulders. I appreciate so much you willing to help. It means a lot to me. I don't think I could ever explain how much it does mean. I hope you know that the same offer is always there for you. From me, for anything. Anything at all.
She gives a half smile. I appreciate that. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And she'll just, gently just, pat your hand. And, just kind of look at you.
And with that, we'll pan over to Cerveau. What you doing?
So I was cruising the streets of Night City, I think. I'm sure the rental place is probably closed by now, aren't they? No, they're 24/7, aren't they? We talked about it.
24/7, we did.
Well, if it's not too late, I'm going to go by the rental place.
They are open, ready to go.
So I'm going to walk in there all unassumedly. And say, I'm here to file a claim on a vehicle I rented that was damaged in an accident out of my control.
All right, well, give me the details.
So, I was cruising around Little Europe, going 5 miles under the speed limit, and I'm sure you heard on N54 or any other news channel of your choice, there was a fire in Little Europe, and it was actually where I was, and the bike was unfortunately lost to the flames.
And what is your name, your number, and that way we can get you in the system.
Cerveau and my number, whatever it is.
She pulls up your record. Ah, okay, so a very nice bike. And you're saying it was caught in the fire with little... Why were you saying you were riding 5 miles under the speed limit? I never asked.
Sorry, it just comes natural to me. I'm just a very safe person generally.
It sounds defensive.
No, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. You can't, I don't know, I guess you could outrun a fire, but no, that's just how I talk about how I drive. It's always very safe.
Roll me a persuasion check. Your DV is a 15.
What am I trying to persuade them of? That I'm a safe driver?
That you actually lost the bike in the fire.
Okay. Well, I feel like I should add some luck to this. I mean, there's like 10K on the line. Let's actually add all of my 8 luck points.
Okay. You add all your 8 luck points. You need to beat a 15.
And it's persuasion, right?
Yes.
I got a 20.
Okay. Alrighty, well, looks like we're not getting that one back. We will file the insurance, and you will need to pay a premium next time you decide you want to rent from us, just because of all this shenanigans.
That's understandable. I mean, you're running a business here. It makes a lot of sense. I appreciate your reason. And of course, not many people would do this, so of course you'll have a repeat customer.
Oh, well, perfect. We look forward to seeing you next time. I am sorry that the fire got a hold of you. You don't look very well. You look very ragged, so I'd recommend getting some rest and taking care of yourself, and hopefully the next time you rent from us will be a better experience.
Of course, yeah. I just wanted to come here as quickly as I could because, I'm all about being upfront. And anyway, I'm going to go now, but I appreciate your help.
Of course, come back to 24/7 rental anytime you wish.
And I'll walk out and start making my way back to my apartment.
Okay, is there anything else you wanted to do with your evening?
Not this evening, but I do need to send a message before therapy tomorrow morning. I just feel a little late tonight.
Okay, well, with that, how are Rox and Lucas ending their evening?
Well, I don't want to keep you, so if you gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go. But I mean, if you're serious about it, I'll let you know when I decide to do it.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Just be gentle with yourself forever, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll just turn around and start walking out. It wouldn't kill you also to get some plant or flower or something. Even if it's fake. Just something. brighten the area up. I know you just got it, but still.
Plant. I will add it to the shopping list. Thank you for your suggestion.
Yeah. And I'll just leave.
Okay, is there anything else you wanted to do this evening, Lucas?
No, we'll just call it a night. We'll just head back home. Picking up the bomb from Bob's if it's done, but if not, just, I don't know, bumming it for the rest of the night.
Yeah, the bomb will be done and ready to go when you get back, so he does hand that over reluctantly. But it will connect to your phone for you. And you're able to go to bed. Rox, is there anything else you wanted to do this evening?
I don't think so. I think she'll just settle down and go to sleep.
Alrighty. You all are able to heal an extra 5 points. Or if you use a speed heal, your body plus your will, as you all have a light activity day. And we're going to do one more day before we call it tonight. What would you like to do, Cerveau?
So I got therapy and dinner today. So in the morning before therapy, I'd like to message Lucas and say, hey, Jum, I don't know what all you have going on this week or in the near future. Last I spoke to Andra, she was talking about taking an interest in cars and a bunch of stuff I don't know anything about. And I know you do, but I didn't want to volunteer you for anything. Just wanted to throw it out there. If you're interested in it, I think she would like to learn more about it. I don't know.
It's a delay in response, and you probably see the 3 dots moving and then stop and then moving again as he's like typing in yes, no, or any response in between. But eventually settling with, yeah, was there a specific time she mentioned or just that she was interested in it?
She didn't mention a time, just the fact that she has taken an interest in it, and you're the only person I know that knows that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I can just connect you two, and then it's up to you. Seems pretty casual.
Another delay in response, but yeah, if you can connect us, that would, I think, that's good.
I don't want to pry, but did she like that kind of stuff before?
Before we met, I think she was maybe interested in it, but she never did anything about it. She really explored once we were together.
Well, Cannon didn't want to intrude, but I'll just send her deets. Or I don't know if Lucas has them or if they're different or not, but I'll send it over and say, just, do with this as you will. I don't know.
So Lucas got hers, or you sent?
I would send over
That's
what
the same question.
How many do I have?
You have 3.
You got 3 numbers?
Yes, you have her card that she gave you in session 3. You have Eon's contact, and you have the one that she specifically gave you.
I got the one that she specifically gave me.
Okay, so you're saying you're giving that to Lucas.
I'll send that one. Yeah.
Okay. Nova. Thanks, Jum.
Sure thing. And then I'm going to message her on that same number and just say, maybe hearing from my gearhead buddy. Don't be shocked if he reaches out to you. Maybe he can show you the ropes around cars and stuff.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yay! I think. Okay, cool. Perfect. Here you go. Thank you for finding me a teacher. And she sends you 250 eddies.
This does not feel like it should be an economic transaction.
Well, I didn't know anybody.
I'll get it back to you somehow. It's gonna be a lot of ramen though.
Or burgers. Burgers sounds great.
Yeah, burgers do sound good. Why do I have so much ramen and coffee? It's probably terrible on my insides.
Well, I mean, in the society we live in, you could just get them replaced, right?
Not on my paycheck, but yeah, no, we'll find something soon. We'll do a burger or something.
Look forward to it, Chum. Hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, you too. Let me know how it goes, what you learn, because I don't know shit about cars either. You ever lost one to a fire?
I don't think I have.
Ha, I win.
And you get like the little emoji that has like it's like the hot face. And that's it.
I'll leave it at that. And go to therapy.
Okay, and as you go to therapy, is there anything you wish to do this evening as your day passes?
Just meet where we were going to meet Buck a Slice at whatever time we agreed on.
Okay, so we'll come back
So I would just
to
head
that.
there after therapy.
Okay. With that, Lucas, how are you spending your day today?
I think it'll, if he can drive or walk, I guess, I'm not sure exactly where he'd go for it, but somewhere just around home, wherever it is that he normally could find or even grow desert marigolds. If there's a spot he knows he could find them, I think he would try to go there and find some.
Well, in the very beginning of the campaign, you had somebody growing them for you.
Right. I knew that was an option if it wasn't an option to find them elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
Because
So you're
then
looking for
growing
just...
them would be the option.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So
Right.
you're just looking to find a natural one. Roll me. There's something for this, actually. Let's see. What do we want to do? There's like a nature thing in this game. I feel like it is something like that, actually. Let me see. Because I'm pretty sure there's a nature one. I feel like that one would fit the best. There's something. Wilderness survival.
Wilderness survival. All right. Man. 4.
Okay, with the 4, as I say, we'd give you a bonus for being like knowing where they are. You don't see any out and about right now.
Okay. If he doesn't find any, then he'll go to what was her name that grew him?
Cass.
Cass. That's what it was. Man. I had that in my mind earlier, but then I forgot it. Just going to Cass, and just asking her to maybe grow a few more.
Okay. And when you go in, well, I still have some in the back if you want those. I keep a little
fully
pot
grown
in the...
ones?
Yeah, you asked me to grow them, and I've been keeping a little pot full for whenever you need it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll take that.
You need any of the special stuff while you're here?
Why not?
Alrighty, I'll make sure you're taken care of. And she'll bring the pot out to the front and both kinds of pot out to the front for you. The pot that has the desert marigolds for you to do or take however many you wish. And I'll propagate them again once you take as many as you want.
Cass, you know, I hope you don't tell anyone else this, but you are my favorite person here.
And you're my favorite person here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Cass. I will. Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome, darling.
And then just head back home. Probably send. Let's see, because he has the bomb back. Probably send a message to Rox then. I was thinking tonight. About what time before did everyone get to the Rusty Mirage? Last time he did a stakeout was like 8, 9?
10.
10. I was thinking tonight, maybe around 10, maybe a little later. Or earlier.
Did we set a time for dinner at Bucket Slice? I don't think we.
It
We
would
just
be
said evening.
late. It would be late, so that would be kind of going into the time. Like you could choose to go with Cerveau for dinner or Lucas.
Okay. She'll respond back. I have plans tonight. But if you need to do it tonight, go for it.
No need specifically for tonight, but I think I'll still be down there at least to stake out. Be sure that these people are where I want them to be.
Okay. Stay safe.
Always.
She won't respond.
And then just at home until we'll say 9, hoping to get around Rusty Mirage around 9. Cannonball going invisible, and just watching as hopefully the Zais show up and
Okay.
taking note of who's there.
Ooh, okay. Roll me a perception check.
Perception. 10.
Okay, with a 10, you definitely do see that Black Diego motor chupacabra pull up around 10. And it has Tyr, who you've determined to be Tyr, another Zai, and Trevor step out of it.
Was this was the same group as last time, or is this a different group?
This is the same group.
Same group? Yeah, I forgot if Tyr was there or not. I think I'll just wait there, see if anyone else shows up, but if not, like no plans tonight, just watching.
Okay. As you continue to watch, another group will show up at around midnight, stay maybe 2 hours. They will leave with the group Tyr, other guy, and Trevor. Roll me another perception check for Trevor, please.
Uh, 8. Or human perception or perception check?
Perception.
Perception, okay, 8.
8. All right. So yeah, with an 8, the only you don't get too much as it's dark out here as you're watching, but Trevor doesn't look good.
Like, uncomfortable good, or like he's been put through the ringer? Not good, like bruised, bloody.
With an 8, you're not sure.
But just something's off.
Something's off.
All right. I think he'll stay there until they leave.
Okay, and they do leave around 2 a.m.
And calling a night, headed back.
You got it. Is there anything else you wish to do with your evening?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay. Rox, what you doing?
I don't really have plans for the day. Just, I guess, just maybe killing time until Bucket Slice.
Okay. With that, it is around Bucket Slice time, so you both are able to meet at Bucket Slice.
Okay. So she'll walk in and find a table. Is it like a serve yourself, or do you have to go up to the counter?
We could do counter. You're able to order and get yourself situated.
Okay. So she'll grab a slice and find a table and just wait for Cerveau.
And I'll be there whatever time, wearing my third best hoodie.
It's a nice hoodie you have.
Thanks, I just washed it recently. One of these days.
Wow. That's big for you.
Well, it's bucket slice. Got to do it up right.
Right, yeah. Bucket slice.
This is like 5 stars where I come from. So, how's it been?
It's been good. Well, as good as it can be. I wanted to check in with you and see how you were doing.
Well, I still kind of feel like shit, but I'm getting better every day. I mean, I think I made some mistakes on methodology, but the spark is still there. I haven't been able to stop thinking about Persona Craft.
And I don't really know what your relationship was with Rose Red, but are you doing okay with that?
I'm doing okay as long as I'm hustling after them. That's really going to be the only thing. I mean, we were pretty close.
Yeah. We were close.
I'd say definitely mother adjacent, maybe. It was weird to think of it like that. We were working though, but
Wow. So decently close then.
I mean, we spent a few holidays with family. I knew the kids. I was one of the kids, I guess. Not much older than them.
Huh. Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, me too. But, I mean, that's just how I would honor her legacy, is to make sure that people who did it, make sure their last good day was yesterday.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. That's actually kind of why I asked you out to, I guess, dinner.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm talking my language now. What we got?
I wanted to see if there was a way for you to, I don't know if this is possible, but maybe like tap into street cams and see if we could find who set Whitechapel on fire. Perhaps we could maybe see some faces or details or cars or I don't know, just anything that could help.
Possible. It is physically possible, technically possible. Risky, potentially. I went to Whitechapel once. What do I know about where it sits? Is it on a main road? Is it sort of in a back alley? What's the placement of it?
It is your building. What is the placement of it?
It's not in a back alley. I would say it's kind of like not on like a super busy street, but you know, street that gets like some traffic here and there.
I mean, there's no shortage of cameras around that city, and there's plenty of city ones that, you know, NCPD run, and I'm sure different corps have their hand in. GM as a net runner, I would be relatively familiar with Netwatch, right?
Yeah. And being a person who is after corpse so much, you know Netwatch.
Yeah. So, possible. I wonder if there's any other, like, local... Well, of course it's local. Physically in proximity. Any other businesses around there that might have some sort of camera system? I'd be more inclined to try those before I try city cameras, just because Netwatch does not fuck around. And then maybe they're probably on that network.
I don't know much about Netwatch, but if you're this apprehensive, then I trust you.
So they're pretty much like the corporate arm of net security, more or less. Um, and I mean, they're generally in bed with pretty much every corp. Most of them contract their services. They're good at what they do. I don't. Obviously, I don't want to be too hypocritical. I did jack into Persona Craft stuff just a few days ago, so I'm not above it, but it carries risk.
Okay, so we don't fuck with Netwatch.
Try not to. Not your first choice.
Okay.
But at some point, you got to be prepared to fuck with anyone. That came out wrong. Mess with anyone.
Yeah, true. Very true. But yeah, like if there were cameras that may have been pointed towards Whitechapel or something, whatever you can find. I don't know if you're busy tonight, we can head over there and look around.
I'm not really busy. I mean, I'm going to therapy this week, but it's kind of a daylight hours thing. So as long as I get some decent sleep, I mean, we can look around, see what we find.
Nice. How's therapy going?
I don't really feel anything yet, but I've never really done it before, so I guess we'll see. It's early.
Yeah, it takes time, but
yeah,
worked for me. So,
well, that's good. I mean, and you told us you went through it, and we've been through some shit, and you still seem fairly well rounded. So that's kind of what inspired me.
Yeah. No, good. I'm glad you're doing it.
Yeah, but yeah, we can at least take a peek and see what we see.
Yeah.
Do you think it's cooled off a bit? Like, I mean, like metaphorically. I know there was kind of a lot of eyes on it for a while.
GM, with having found an apartment nearby, would she have seen what Whitechapel looks like now? Just like in passing or something?
Sure. It looks burnt to the ground, like there's nothing left. People have kind of started, it's Night City. It happens, people move on.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't really think people care anymore about it. So I think it'll be clear.
Well, I mean, the city moves really fast and people are just in their own world, so time stops for no one.
Yeah. Just goes on. Well, thank you for helping me though. I really do appreciate it. And have you been able to find out anything else? Anything from that BD or just anything?
I mean, it reminds me, I gotta get the BD over to Lucas. You're welcome to watch it as well, but again, it's raw. She sent it right over. It's her experience, so it's not for the faint of heart. And I know that, how close you were to Jax, that's a factor as well. But, I mean, I've made the connection between whatever attacked Jax and Red. I think we saw something similar the other night at the showroom. These S-types. I didn't see faces, but that was the kind of the call sign moniker. I don't know.
Yeah. So someone brought an S-type to kill them then?
I mean, it sounds like they can use S-types for any kind of aggressive maneuvers they need to.
Yeah.
Sort of like their own private security, I guess, or whatever else they need.
It's true.
Why hire when you can craft?
Yeah.
But I think it's clear that Persona Craft did it. We know that. And we know that they have the capability of making people that can do these things.
I mean, and she just kind of like rubs her shoulder where she got shot by the sniper. Like, yeah, I'd say they're pretty lethal. But Does the BD show Jack's dying?
Not direct. Oh, I thought it happened before she turned around. You're not in the GM.
No, you saw it.
Yeah, it does. Rose saw it happen. It happened really fast. And that's what I mean by, and you might could learn something from it, but you will see things.
Well, I don't know if I could watch that right now, but I'll let you know if I feel like I can handle it.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you anything I saw in there. I don't want to keep it from you, but this thing stick with you. I get it.
Yeah.
And I get wanting to find who did it because it's the same person I want to find.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to find him, and I want them to feel the same way that he felt when he died. Probably in pain.
Oh yeah.
Sad.
Normally you're patching people up, ready to cut somebody down.
Yeah, it's been a change, interestingly enough. But yeah, I don't really care what I have to do to get there, but as long as I do.
Doc Ice must be rubbing off on you.
I guess I don't know. I don't really know her too well. She seems fun.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was just trying to, inject a bit of brevity, or what's the right word? I don't know. Lightheartedness. It's a heavy subject.
Yeah, it's heavy.
But yeah, we can go check it out and just at least see what we see. I mean, see if there's any sort of businesses around, something like that.
Yeah. If you're good to go now, then
Yeah, and I'll like refill my drink and then head to the door.
and she'll follow.
Alrighty, and as you both start making your way to Whitechapel, that's where we're going to call tonight's session. Thank you so much for watching Session 19 of Homomachina. Session 20 will be out on June 20th. Please make sure to check out our players' social media accounts as well. You can find those links in the description below. And lastly, if this is the kind of content you enjoy, please press that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell. That way you get notified when Session 20 comes out. We'll see you later, Tombs.